Okay. How y'all doing? Okay. Where am I? Oh, we're still here. Now, let's see here. Moon. Been to yet. I don't think the moon is going to be a... No, it's not a lava one. Also doesn't have anything we need. Yeah. This is the... We're gonna go out to here. Here. Lock the target. Moving. Check that out. That way. Okay. Okay. Punch it. There we go. It's an early morning. Okay. Now that we're here, let's check out. Only a single planet. Nothing for us. Map. And the trading station, waypoint it. Let's check it out. What kind of station is. Apparently we've been not getting on the side of Iconia. I don't know what's going on. Figure out where the hell. I don't know. It's the only element we're missing. It's gonna be the only way we're gonna be able to make the larger structure. Ugh. Yeah, there's nothing here. Shame. Ugh. Fortunate if we're like, we go through the entire area and we can't find anything. Suck. Auto brake back on and drift in. Okay, it's another one of these. Been to this one before. Okay. Been to this type before. Okay, so we got you next. We can jump over to here. I'm gonna go onto here and see if I can find anything worth buying. Okay. Full. Okay, 70. Okay, that's all of our rest of our credits. Onto it. We got like 139. We got enough to get back home. Planet next. Speed. Punch it.
Readying the FTL drive.
Pretty much checked every single planet so far, and we haven't come across anything even close. Planet. Atheon, Neodime, nope. Okay, we got one more we can go to. Okay. One next. I think that looks like a lava. A proper lava print. Right? So, admin station here. Budget.
Faster than light drive charging now.
That's definitely a lava planet. Yep, lava. Nice. Pretty. Empyrion zirconium. Good. Found it. Found it. Oh, that's gonna be a bit of a trip to come get back. Get back into here and get in orbit. Bet I can't just go back home. Use the warp lanes. the check real quick. 1.17 G's. Not actually too bad. Atmospheric density. Breathable. No. Yeah, in orbit at 800 meters. You go down to the surface. Location. Oh, good. Okay, let's see here. Needs to be a stop. Go a little bit further away, shall we? 1,000 meters, maybe? How am I getting faster? Drop, please. There we go. Odd. Grabs fuel just in case we need it. Checking sure that 4.9. Yep. Turn on main power.
Initiating.
Okay. Temperature is here. Rate of 102. $400. That's hot. Outpost. Oh. Going in deposit. Good. Okay. There it is. That's what we're looking for. This station. These things. Unknown artifact. and fire at us. Abandoned factory. Very old base. Western deposit. Nice. Why is my mouse at the game again? This is not what I was looking for. Apparently it was the smaller one. Same shape though. Large ester deposit right here. Base over here. Don't seem to be getting shot at. Pop brewery. Oh, lava on a lava ocean like that. Huh. Why that's on a lava ocean? Livery show. Wait. Huh. Interesting. Map here. Okay. What we're doing right now is looking around that fortress. Whatever it's called. Crystallized rock. Magnesium deposit. Drone. Gotcha. Turn 70 degrees out. I need a zirconium deposit. Oh. If I have a zirconium deposit, that's pretty much out on its own. You are base 2. Western deposit. Not picking them up mostly because it's just 138 degrees. Instant heat stroke going on right here. Don't even. Gotcha. It's got temperature here. A good spot to land is a question. Small deposit though. That's one cleared out. Definitely can't go above the lava here. Too hot. We need like a couple thousand for a lot of our structures here, so find enough of it. Here. You can find some that are at some landing zones by. That's what we need. Something over here. What are you? A light wreck. There we go. Minigun. There's it. There it is. That has to be it. I think it is. No, an artifact. Nope. Not it. Unless it is. I think it is, actually. I remember this thing shooting at me last time I went here. Yeah, well, we got two of them, I guess. Still haven't found the other resource I need. Go back up here soon and get oxygen. We finally got to the lava planet. Five of those. Station? Yeah. Now is that zirconium deposit we would like right now. Jack, zirconium deposit, and an estrogen deposit. Both medium. Medium zirconium deposit. Oh, come on. Oh, don't you die. God, you gotta be kidding me. There we go. There. Okay. Large estrum and a medium zirconium, the shack. You crazy? A little bit, yeah. Why not? Not going to be doing a lot of building though, but a lot of exploration and a lot of shooting things. Okay, so we got a zirconium and a zirconium deposit. I'm going to take these guys out. Come on. Oh my god. One rocket. Just one rocket hit them. Wow, you're not gonna hit, are you? Okay. Shoot. Space. Go space. Yeah, I'm out of rockets. The miniguns are just not gonna cut it against those larger plasma turrets. Plasma drones. Okay. Find our capital ship. You are located somewhere nearby. Where near? Question. Right over here. Okay. This way. You'd see its little green icon here soon. There it is. This is the very last planet we went to. Space drone plasma. And we got weapons on this thing. Not the best weapons, but it will do. 1 kilometer away, huh? Definitely drifting along quite frequently. Okay, it's gone. Okay. And here. We had this problem last time. There we go. Turn off main power.
As you wish.
Jetpack song so we don't drift off. Drift off into oblivion. There we go. Pairing. And we didn't lose anything. Great. Okay, so find ourselves an Empyrion deposit. To an Empyrion deposit and a zirconium deposit, nice and close to each other. We need to make a bunch of rockets so we can clear out all the drones there nearby. That we can work in peace. Oh, we lost a piece. How about that? Okay, so minigun and rockets. On. 10 of those. And 20 of those. Should be more than enough. But yeah, I'm playing hardcore mostly because I've already done late game. So this will help me practice staying alive. And also makes it a little bit more difficult. Because I like difficult. Plus, having it in this mode is a good test bed for a lot of ship designs. If it can survive in this difficulty, it can pretty much survive almost anywhere. Except for PvP. A completely different design. I'd have to make. Okay, I think we've pretty much paired everything. I think that's all of our engines. Sure that we didn't lose anything. Okay. Down 4. Okay, good. Front left. Yes, 4. Good. We're good. 700. Especially since it's too much of a risk to be outside of a vehicle anywhere, even slightly dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, if pretty much. But yeah, that's the goal, is like trying to make these things be. The goal is to make the most inexpensive designs that do the most amount of things. Because armor, what armor? Yeah, in this game, just trying to go through and see how efficient we can use our resources to do the most amount of things. So I mainly make small vehicles. Small and effective. Hence why we got this small little transport ship here. Nothing against big ships. They're too expensive. They require too much fuel. Especially if you're gonna be, especially when we go and crank this up even harder, where right now we have the resources are currently at plentiful, so there's resources everywhere. Eventually we're going to go full hard mode and turn it up to where resources are extremely rare. So making these things not cost a ton is in our benefit. But that's not. I'm not going to do that until I get these designs to be pretty much nearly perfect. Okay, so I have to go back down, clear out that area, turn on main power. Wait, no. Food and oxygen first, then food and oxygen first. Food, good, and oxygen. Go. Getting too hot. Get away. Super rare resources might have you reliant on turning stones into iron, copper, silicon a lot. Kind of wish there was a separate saying for basic resources. Yeah, there's turning stone into iron, copper, and silicon. For the most part, a lot of my beginning structures are mostly concrete. So turning things into sand is important. Okay, turn on main power. Turn on main power.
Affirmative.
Oh my god. Messing with me. Yeah. We're paired up. We're stocked up on rockets again. Yeah. Voice attack is sometimes kind of iffy at times, but deposit. There's the zirconium and estrium right next to each other. Zirconium, zirconium. Yeah, it's down here. Okay, wait. And wait. For that one. Clear it out. The game has gotten a lot smoother though. The game isn't as laggy as it was before. They still plan on they do still plan on changing it to the newer version of Unity, which they tried once, but they had to roll it back because of issues. Yeah, it was some engine bugs. Yeah. Which is no fault of their own. They tried their hardest to kind of mitigate them as much as possible, but Unity being Unity doesn't like to play nice sometimes. It's kind of how it is. Those are things outside of their control. Empyrion was way better in the new version. Yeah, mine too. There's a lot better, but there was just one of the biggest ones was that the drones wouldn't attack. They would just kind of sit there in one place and not move anywhere. So that was one of the big problems. It messed up the AI on the drones, so they just kind of hovered there and wouldn't turn. Right now they barely turn, but at least they recognize that something's there. Go over here, make sure to clear out these drones over here. And then we'll be able to land our capital ship down here and start mining. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yep. Okay. Yeah, because we're going to be landing over on this side. And then we're going to use our mining ship to clear out both of these deposits. If we clear out both of these deposits, a medium and a large, we'll have enough zirconium and estrium to be able to get ourselves established into late game. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, this is pretty much how my setup currently right now. I have a heavily armored light SV with, loaded down with rockets that go out and take out all of the threats, and then I land onto the surface and then mine out a location. Fairly efficient setup. And both vehicles don't burn through fuel like crazy. Downside is that these designs are kind of lightly armored. Even this ship, which can take quite a beating, actually. It's currently only hardened steel, not even combat steel yet. I haven't come across anything that requires a ship that heavily armored yet. I'm hoping to find a reason to make a combat steel variant. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna start setting my ships up for the eventual update where we're going to start getting more and more things attacking us. But that's probably what's going to cause me to make a combat steel, much heavier combat SV. Turn off main power.
Acknowledged.
Okay, there are jetpacks on. Can't tell. For some reason the icon for the jetpack doesn't turn on in space sometimes. Which is odd. Off we go. Okay. Off we go. I made a larger transport ship than this one. It's slightly bigger, and it's a completely different configuration that I'm testing out. But it's expensive as hell for resources. And the idea is that if I can make that thing, then and not have too much of a problem getting resources, then we'll make a bigger version, a proper endgame DV. Cannons are firing. Around. There it is. That's where we're going. The cannons are firing at the turrets on that location down below. We're far enough away to where they can't shoot us. My only worry is that I don't have enough thrust to get this thing back off of this planet, because its gravity is a little bit higher than 1G. But you can see those armor plates on either side of this vehicle. They're ablative. So pretty much, well, they're not ablative, but I'm using them as ablative plates. So these things are set off a distance away from where all of the inner workings of my ship are, and they're supposed to get destroyed if I take enough damage from the side, because back there is where all my generators are. It's where my warp core is. You're maintaining an altitude pretty fine though. Yeah, I am. Yeah. I think the ship is it's probably gonna be able to get off this planet just fine. Yeah, we're actually climbing, so I think we're good. The unfortunate thing, the sad thing is, when it comes to the thrusters on the capital ships, as soon as you go from medium, which the back right there, that's 6 medium thrusters on the back of this thing. As soon as you go up to the large ones, to go from medium to large, the power consumption just skyrockets, which is a shame, because those large thrusters look so cool. But I've got one that's got like 4. I made a CV that's larger than this one, and it's got 4 large thrusters pointed down. And I think I probably designed it with a little overkill, because even with 27,000 units of fuel, that thing can only hover for 25 minutes. Not great. Not exactly the most fuel efficient thing ever. It's an abandoned mine, huh? Lovely. Until they reduce the amount of fuel those things use, I think probably at most using 2 is more than enough. Always better to just land a CV. Yeah, that's true. But I like having the option in case I need to, like, you know, if there's no landing zone and I really need to get to something, I can just hover it for a little while, go down, grab what I need, and then get back up. Having the option to hover is always good, but... Hey, Tent Raider, how's it going? Okay. Okay, this is the lava planet, so... Landing... Oh, no, don't you dare. Okay. Go up a little bit more. Clearing out the LZ. Barely see shit. Need to add some lights on this thing. Good. Fully landed. Guns are clearing out the LZ. That's good. Oxygen. We need to get into our mining ship. Yeah, we're close enough to the deposit where it's clearing out everything that's gonna... There. Turn on main power.
Accepted.
How's it? Oh, it's the scorpions. Yeah, fire away. Get rid of those shit. Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're fine. It was just hot underneath the ship. Yeah. Lock.
As you wish.
Get down into this thing. We're gonna have to figure out how to get close to the zirconium deposit so that our ship can defend us. You can barely see down here. Even with 2 spotlights. Actually, 1 spotlight. Go. The goal is to completely mine out both of these without having to, you know, step outside of this. This is why we needed this mining vessel. It's for hostile planets like this. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. 100 degrees underground. Toasty, yeah. It's very toasty on this lava planet. And it's a proper lava planet, so... Yeah. It was the very last planet we went and explored. It just so happened to have zirconium on it. So far, only medium deposits. Okay, unlock. Unlock.
Okay, executing now.
Yep. Grab it, damn it, grab it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, there we go. I was trying to... Didn't want to leave that one behind. Turn over, turn over, turn over. I'm hitting O to try and keep it level. Okay. And locked on the side here. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Lock.
Confirmed.
There we go. We cannot step outside of this thing. Unlock.
Engaged.
Jelly flail mode, yeah, right. Even though this thing is like extremely stable, this thing is extremely stable and it's still having a difficult time. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's like a magnet sometimes. Okay, what are we doing? Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just kind of mining it up a little bit more so I can actually maneuver. Yeah, I got a feeling I'm probably going to have to add more thrusters onto this thing. Or we're going to have to make a medium mining variant, where it's a much larger one with more thrusters on it, just to deal with the lava planets or high gravity areas. Nice to have one that has, yeah. Come on. This is also the reason why I wanted to use this on as many environments as possible. See where its shortcomings are. More thrusters do not help. Okay, that's good to know. Sitting here hitting forward. It's not doing nothing. There we go. Go. Go this way. Come on, go this way. I try and get as much of this as I can. Oh yeah, it can't figure out. It can't figure out up or down for the life to help its life, to save its life. What it's trying to do is it's trying to level itself out along a rounded environment. So it tries. It's looking at the terrain and it's trying to find a flat vertice to line up with. That's how it really works. And because the drills are making this rounded area, it's having difficulty. It doesn't know how to, average the difference. It has no idea what to do. So the hover engines are not coded to stay flat with wherever gravity is. It's designed to try and stay level with the terrain. When the terrain is not level, we have this problem. Yep. I've got 24 minutes worth of fuel. If I could finish this up, that would be great. That's 24 minutes with the drills moving. Heck, having an indicator that tells you if you're level would be great. A false horizon would be pretty useful to have, so that we can see if we're upside down. Have it near where the map is, maybe. Almost there. Wouldn't be very useful in space, but it'd be useful on surface of planets, on a hovercraft. Yeah, the O key will tell you if it writes up. That is true. Okay, lock. Lock.
Yes, Commander.
There we go. I'll never understand why hovers don't check directly down and get distance from the ground. Yeah, I don't know. Unlock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm thinking they were probably going the easy route, or they were probably making it more complicated than it needs to be. Either or is a good example. Come on. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I think that's more than enough over there. We'll go down here, grab these. Go. Yeah, it's probably a little bit of both. That's usually how it is. Okay, we're gonna have to dig ourselves out here soon. Once we get this last piece. There we go. I'm not gonna 100% it. I'm just gonna get at least as much of this as I can. Okay. Try and dig ourselves out. There we go. We're good. Okay, back in the transport ship, please. There. Yeesh. Bitrate nightmare in cave form. Yes. Indeed. We're back up on the surface. Yay. I don't know what it is about the game right now, but we seem to just float. You notice that? Oh, there we go. That's why. Auto brake was turned off on this thing. I don't know why. Shouldn't have been. Yep. Make sure we're lined up. And actually go like this. I need to make sure the cockpit is lined up with that hole. There we go. Turn off main power.
Acknowledged.
There we go. It's not supposed to work like that, but it was close enough. Probably happened during the flailing. Probably did. Yeah. We're back here. Your fruit. Food. Stairs don't work still. What are we doing on oxygen? 32. That's good. Check the map real quick. 10% left. I do not care. For the sake of ooh, there's a large one over there too. I'm gonna go to that one over there. See if we can find a spot to land over here. Probably right near where the shack is. At least there's no collision damage. Indeed. Boy, would that suck. Land ourselves nearby. Let the ship take care of the nope on the surface. Which happens to be the scorpions. Yay, scorpions. It's alien scorpions, space scorpions. Space scorpions. Okay, we can't go out there and check, so we're gonna have to look. And hopefully, hope and pray that they took out all the scorpions. The guns have stopped, so that's a good sign. Yeah, land on the drill. Go. Turn on main power.
Accepted.
Excuse me. Ah, okay. There we go. Oh god. Too hot. Bullshit. Come on. Not that the guns going quiet means much. Goddamn turrets have awful aim angles. Yeah, we had some unfortunate nope beneath our feet. Okay, we might be too close to the lava pool. There we go. I'm gonna get them to get within firing range. There we go. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Temperatures are correct now. Looks clear to me. Oh. Goes up to here. Lock.
As you wish.
Now the most important resource we need right here. Zirconium. This is the other half. What we need. For our very first attempt on a lava planet, we're not doing half bad. Because the last time I was on a lava planet, I was only there in a SV, shooting things from a distance. This is the most amount of prolonged time we've spent on the surface of the planet. Can the turrets aim around the hole you're digging? One side can, yes. Which checking to make sure that there's no like overheating we have to deal with on the parts. Because that glowing doesn't make me makes me nervous. Gonna keep my eye on things here. Let's not get locked down here, if you wouldn't mind. Okay, unlock. Unlock.
Affirmative.
Change my angle a little bit here. Oh, come on. I need to change my angle. That's just way too deep. Dead. Fuck.
Initiating.
Last thing we want to do is have to get out of this thing to dislodge it. Gotta take this extra slow and extra careful, because it's 139 degrees outside the cockpit. Oh, yeah, we don't want to be going up there right now. What definitely helps is a larger miner is able to dig a very wide tunnel. Yeah. The problem is that from what I've learned is that in order to have a wide base, you have to have a wide drill, and therefore it becomes kind of difficult to be able to change your direction. Being able to change your direction is the reason why I made one so small, so that when I'm in a tunnel, I can go in free mode and change my angle if I need to, and then fix it in that direction. Be able to do a 90-degree angle turn in a tunnel. The larger it is, the larger the miner, the harder that becomes. Feel about uncontrollably? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. if that minigun kicks in, we have to cut bait and run. If we all of a sudden we start hearing that minigun going off, that means there's drones nearby. We need to immediately leave. There we go. Come on. Back up. Okay. It may not look like it, but this miner has probably been the most stable design I've made so far. For however much annoyance it has caused us. Just saying a lot for this game, and it's a hovercraft. Come on. Gimme. 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 Really don't want to have to take you off fixed mode just to get you. Okay, unlock. Unlock.
Accepted.
There we go. But yeah, my most successful miner is a massive, has drills sticking out of every direction but backwards. Inefficient, yeah. Doesn't make me want to break my wrist punching developers in the face. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, this design is just meant to be as cheap as we can get it, but also as effective as we can get it. We'll probably have to make ourselves a different mining design for for the lava planet itself. We'll probably have to make a completely separate design for when we want to come here, or at least on planets that have a high gravity. That's probably half of our problem. Is a gravity issue. Do you have access to mining turrets? No, not right now. We're not high enough level. We're currently like, what, level 17? No, so level 16. Pretty much, let's see here. Got the turrets. They're down here. Pulse lasers. Dual turrets, yeah. Control module, yeah, we're not there yet. That's level 25. We got ways. But the rule set I've given myself in this hardcore mode is one, I'm not allowed to make anything from scratch. So I can't drop a starter block and make something from scratch. I have to use blueprints that I myself have designed, no workshop blueprints at all. And also I'm allowed to adapt current ships, but I'm not allowed to completely tear one down, spawn one in, tear one down, and rebuild it. That's what our research and development save is for. It's a creative mode. And we use hardcore mode to test them. It makes it a little bit more difficult, yes, but that's the reason why I do it. because I want it to be more difficult. Not impossible, just more difficult. Much more of a challenge. So if we want to make a new mining ship, we have to go into creative and redesign it, do some flight testing. Okay, how are we doing? I think we got most of it. That's all I really care about is most of it. Do you let yourself tear down a vehicle that just isn't working, or fix a simple, obvious problem? Fix a simple, obvious problem. Yeah. If I see an obvious problem in the design, I will add to it, or if there's a piece of equipment that I need, I will add it to the vehicle. Like for instance, this particular vehicle, if I wanted to upgrade it to laser turrets, I'll replace them with the laser turrets. I'd have to put another generator on this thing, because this thing probably wouldn't be able to run all four because of the extra load. Okay, almost out, almost out. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Out you go. Looks like a Jaffa Cake mine. Yeah, right? Definitely does. Let's see if there's anything worth over here. Like a container. Doesn't look like it. Nothing worth going into 136 degrees of heat to get. Okay. And dock. Turn off main power. Turn off main power.
Confirmed.
Oh, we're not close enough. Never mind. Turn on main power.
Yes, Commander.
There. We're not close enough to... There. Wait for it to... We gotta wait for it to recharge again. The booster. But this ship is our first attempt at making a landing bay, a docking area for HVs by doing this method. This is the first one. So it's got some problems. Because, one, it's way too high. And two, getting in and out of our vehicle is kind of difficult. Okay, there we go. Turn off main power. That's what our other CV is supposed to try and solve. Yeah, we've changed on our next CV, which we're trying to gain materials for. It's got a 3x3 block area, which have like guides on either side, and I also added a door access to the side, so we can dock it with the cockpit facing it, so we can open up the door and immediately go in, rather than this. And we have two of them, one for a harvesting variant of the mining vessel, and then the mining vessel, which will become very useful on planets like this. So we got a medium zirconium deposit and a large estrium deposit, so I think we're good to head back home. We found the mysterious artifact, as I like to call it, the alien fortress. Got like about 6 or 7 levels of spawners and enemies inside of it. Where we'd have to work our way up from the bottom and work our way up to the top where the core is. That's another rule that I've given myself. I'm not allowed to cheat a point of interest, like blast through the wall and take out the core. I have to go through like a window or a door. take out a point of interest, which means having to fight our way through. No easy mode. Okay, so we have to warp our way back here. So, block here, and then we'll go all the way back. Up. But of course, it's like the furthest away location. And on a lava planet. We couldn't find zirconium anywhere else but this planet. That sucks. I'd never be able to play by a rule like that. Point of instance are plain unfair. Yeah, yes they are. Punch it.
Jumping.
But it does make it to where, you know, I like the challenge. It makes me have to think how I'm going to get through a point of interest. One of the things that we have to figure out is probably making ourselves a hovercraft, which will allow us to be able to deal with the abandoned mines, abandoned factories where those scorpions are located. Because I've tried to do it on foot and it's too risky. And too risky, especially for what we would get out of it. I mean, there's really little reason to go and attack those things, but I have to figure out a solution to be able to take them on. Yeah. Punch it.
Engaging warp drive.
I almost want to make kind of like almost like an armored suit, where it's this very, very small hovercraft with maybe like one engine on it. One engine, and it just kind of protects you from at least a little bit from the scorpions, which will allow you to be able to shoot like a minigun. I was shown something similar that someone else had another viewer had made to be able to get into points of interest. The super basic hover engines are perfect for that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like come up with a very, very basic, small, and fit into their minigun through the front door and clear it out. Punch it.
Drives engaging.
So good luck being able to avoid falling over every couple of minutes. Yeah, that's the kicker. That's the difficult part. That's you. Okay, back over here. We have to go all the way to here. We got 2 more jumps. Punch it.
Charging frameshift drive.
You know, there is a solution. There is a solution, but trying to make something that small that is effective is, who knows? See how it goes. Destroyed small vessel. And last jump. Putting a weight on the Oki, baby. And punch it. Punch it. Oh, come on. Fine. Do it manually. She's not cooperating. Okay, we're home. on our planet here. Fall. This is our main planet. We've pretty much explored most of it. We went all the way around, and that's how close the area was right there. We could, if there was a warp lane, we could have gone straight to it. That's just crazy. And there was no point of going this direction because, well, that's just way too long. We haven't gone to the asteroid field, and we haven't gone to the station. But for a ship this small, it was quite effective. It's a fairly small ship. And it looks okay. It looks pretty decent. Doesn't look ugly as hell. Okay, so we're going to try and enter the atmosphere from a point of water, because we have a higher chance of not spawning above a point of interest, shooting up at us from water. Currently loading. Takes a while. Come on. Warning, enemy troops. Enemy troops inbound. There we go. Or panicking on a mountain, that's always fun. Yeah, that's always fun too. Okay, enemy transport, huh? Yeah, they can sit and spin for all I care. Yeah. We took out the advanced spaceport. That's been taken care of. Probably delete that from the markers. That real quick. Abandoned factory, which we haven't destroyed yet, so that one. The weapons bunker has been assaulted, so we can get rid of that one. Two kilometers out. We did dry run on this planet for this setup on an iron deposit. Just see if we could get it to work. It works fine. Even though we were struggling on that lava planet. Which I'm gonna have to refine that mining vessel a little bit. Unless we find out that wasn't my problem, it was the hovercrafts as they are right now. Which is probably a big part of it. Makes me wish we could put hover engines on the sides too, so that even when it's on its side, it will still hover. Or keep us away from the sides of the tunnel as we're going. Act as kind of like bumpers. When lander cells here. I mean, that's at least what I would do. I'd use hover engines as bumpers to keep a mining vessel off of the walls. And we're good. Dark in here. I need to add some lights in here. burger, which oxygen on us. Nope. And nope. Turn on main power.
Initiating.
You go through food fast. Is that a difficulty option? Yes. Yes, it is. What are you shooting at? You shooting at a transport ship? Is that the transport ship? Yeah, difficulty options are maxed out right now. So, number of enemies is maxed out. How hard they hit, so the difficulty of the enemies has increased. How much health they have is increased. And also, yeah, how fast you go through oxygen and how fast you go through food has increased. So, yeah, I have to keep my eye on my food, my oxygen, all that. Yeah. Back here, park this thing temporarily. Okay. Turn off main power.
Okay, executing now.
Okay, so here's the mining vehicle. That's the miner. There's the harvester. We got our tiny little speeder here. This is our very first hovercraft that we make during our playthrough. A little bit of storage. The minigun and the ammo box don't come default. But we've designed a lot of our structures to be modular. So pretty much as we need it, we have a section that we could spawn in using blueprints to allow us to, you know, add or subtract as needed. Well, mostly add. Nice. Look at all that. In fact, one of the biggest features is this base and that are separate. Those two farms are separate bases. Both of my flak cannon and my cannon turret are separate. The small base is a separate base. And as we need more and more certain things, just get the supplies and add it in. Check the power source. 7. That's good. The reason for this is so that if one turret, you hear that clicking, that's one of these guns right here. It's trying to shoot something and it's failing. Yeah, this one. This thing just clicking like that, that turret clicking is actually using power. If you have one turret that's constantly doing this, it's draining power from because it's active. So it's draining power from this base. The only way to make it stop is to turn it off. Oh. There. But if you forget to do that, you could come back to your base and it's completely out of fuel. Does that multiply base attacks? No, it doesn't. It just makes it to where they're going to attack. They consider, you know, one friendly base as like a location where you have stuff. It will only send one wave. It's not like it can send multiple waves at you. It's really just attacking you. You know, when you're by a base structure, that's when the random number generator kicks in, and then it begins to attack you or whatever vehicle you're in. Unless you, yeah, it probably has a problem when you have like maybe multiple players, maybe, but I'm actually kind of disappointed by that. Base attacks compared to everything else are pathetic. That's what that's what update 9 is going to be coming out with. When they come out with the next update, the next major update, what they're going to be doing is they're going to actually be making it to where you get attacked by waves of enemies. So every single time you attack, it will have like multiple drones and also ground troops attacking you. That's what's going to be coming out with the next update. That's why I want to get my base defenses figured out before that happens, so that I can pretty much line the entire edge of this thing to allow me to get, to defend myself against waves, both ground troops and flying aircraft. We might even get some hovercraft tanks that attack us too. But having a mixture of sentry turrets, miniguns, rocket launchers, cannons is going to be very useful. Here's our hangar. That means you can't defend a base on normal difficulty with a single cannon turret forever. Good. Yeah, you're not going to be able to. The screenshots that they released is ridiculous how many ground troops they're going to send at you. Yeah, that's why I built this thing. This is a mobile turret. Basically a small tank, or an APC, or whatever you want to call it. But pretty much the idea is that I build one of these things, and if all of a sudden, let's say I haven't finished my defenses, if I haven't finished the defenses on my base, I can park this thing on one side that's being attacked that has no defense on that side, and just kind of park it there. Turn off the thrusters, act it, and have the minigun or whatever weapon I have up here just defend that area until I get the resources put into the blueprints and build a turret there. Currently trying to load up all my blueprints. All of my wonderful, wonderful blueprints. I even got I've got two different variants of one's improved. That's the improved one. That's the older one. It's not so good. Also got the light tank over here, aka the Hercules. I could almost add this as another mobile turret if I wanted to, but this is for attacking on the ground and acting as like a forward base, able to heal ourselves. There's no way those side bottles are going to be... Yeah, it's not. This thing is pretty much designed to kind of park that way forward, the direction I want it to fire from. I don't really care if it's on the sides, mostly because if I'm getting ground troops that are appearing on the sides of this thing, other turrets are going to kick in. The other turrets, they're close enough for all of the other turrets in my base to start firing. The idea is cheap, effective, and also interlocking ranges of, cones of fire. That's the idea. It's like having multiple of those things kind of supporting each other, so that if something gets too close to one vehicle, the other vehicle supports it. Put my jetpack on. Okay, let's get those ingots started. We forgot about starting those ingots. Okay, estrium, zirconium, okay. These started. Make as many as I can. But let's see here. To be able to make the Hulk almost like a medium transport, we have to get to level 25, but we also have to have 7,000 Sathium ore, 6,000 iron ingots. But we got 1,000, around 1,000 estrium and zirconium, so I think we're fine on that front. They didn't put a door at the end of it? Nope. The road is just to kind of allow me to move around my vehicles without difficulty. I still need to put like a ramp here. The terrain tool, the drill, they built the filler and the flattener. What we need is a smoothing tool, so that I can make angled locations, ramps out of the terrain. We can only make flat. We can make a hole and we can flatten an area. That's all we can do. Wish the terrain tool had more options. Okay, and also food. Food. Okay, let's see if we have enough to be able to make the endgame hangar. I've got this large underground hangar. There it is. We need 15,000 dust. I think we got the iron for it though. Get that made. Got the Sathium already. Zirconium, 114, 114. That's fine. 3 ingots of copper. 150 cobalt ingots. I think we might have the stone dust already. Close. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. 5,000 so far. So we need 10,000 more stone dust. What this hangar is completely underground. The idea is that end game right now is going to be completely underground. So we'll be completely, the only thing that will be above ground will be a hangar door. That's it. And we plan on building it right next to the medium hangar. The 2 hangar doors right over there. There's going to be a section that we're going to dig out. That's going to be the long part, is digging all that out. And everything else is going to be modules, their own little rooms that will spawn in underground. I'm hoping that works out, because trying to spawn those things in underground might have some problems. Grab that. There we go. Good on that front. Waiting on the Estrum. Grab some copper. 1, 2. Go. Cobalt, 150. I think we have 150 cobalt somewhere. We may have to go and grab more. Yeah. 60 there. Okay. 50 new dime. That. New dime. Where are you? Oh, there it is. 50. Oh man. We're gonna have to make more ingots. Okay. Doesn't contribute. Oh. Right, max that out. Okay. Okay. I think we have enough for... We're gonna probably use up all of our iron for this. Oh, no, not all of it. Okay, we're fine. 200 more. Incoming drones. Defenses will take care of it. Close. There we go. Okay, silicon ingots, about 150. We're probably gonna have to make a trip and get ourselves some base materials. Copper, silicon, and iron. There we go. Stone dust. Bunch. There. Should be good. How are we doing on base power? 76, that's fine. Yeah. We'll feed ourselves. There we go. Turn this off. This away. And sleep. Yeah, if it sells the daytime, they'll speed up the production of all that stuff down there. How are we doing? Yeah, we're good on that front. Yeah, we got like over a stack. 1200. Good. Okay, neodyme. I'd make a couple of neodyme ingots. There we go. Still got a ways to go though. Yeah, it's got a lot to go through. I'm just glad that we have so much left over. It means we can do other things rather than having to go back over to that planet, which we'd have to go and get enough warp crystals to do that. A trip over there would be kind of expensive, warp fuel wise. Miniguns are kicking in. Means there's a drone nearby. Cannons are firing. Oh, there they are. There. A flak cannon just demolished them. Look at that. Flak cannon is legit, man. The cannon didn't even kick in. The only thing that will be better is when we get the artillery piece up and running. We got a base artillery piece we can make. We just need to get the level requirement, because artillery pieces are only available around level 20. But we're pretty close. We're close. What are we doing? Okay. Let's see here. We've got a bunch of stone dust that we're waiting on. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go and level up where I'm going to be placing this thing. Turn on main power.
As you wish.
Tiny little hovercraft here. Woo! There. right here is where it's going to be located. We need to level out enough space to where we can have a nice flat location to drop this thing. Turn off main bar.
Accepted.
Flatten. Probably flatten out the area right here. While we're waiting on that. These hangar doors are the largest you can make that I'm going to be having to fill out for. Plus it's got 2 miniguns at the front entrance. Plus some, it's got 4 sentry turrets supporting those miniguns. So that if anything's at the very front door, yeah. Gonna get wrecked. This particular location is a little annoying because of the terrain that was gen. Because it's rock with dirt underneath. Makes it flatten and dig very unevenly. Heck, who knows? By flattening this all out, I might have a location. I might have a long-term location to park our transport ship. Which would be nice to be able to park it at the, eventual front door. Fill out the flat area here. We can use a regular drill mode to take out the top. Reload. There we go. But the good thing is that this will be a definitive, this will be pretty ironclad, example of if having an underground base is even viable in this game. Because the hope is that I'm still doing this playthrough by the time the update comes out, where it changes the where we get attacked in waves. But underground base is, way more defensible against ground troops. That'd be great. Because then we could make the entire hangar door surrounded by turrets and pretty much kind of funnels them into one location. I think we just have to drill up now. think we probably have what is needed for a flat area. Need a very large, very flat entrance. Oh, there's top. There's Sky. I think this is gonna work out just fine. It should look a lot better than the other hangar. The other one we had problems with trying to drill it out. Largest hangar door you can make in this game is 14 by 10? 14 blocks by 10 blocks. There we go. That's nice, nice. Good. Good. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. I'm gonna go back a little further. Just to make sure that the entire top is covered in ground. Okay. I think that's probably gonna just be far enough back. Let's dig this out, make it a nice flat face. Well, as flat as we can with this tool. We might have to do some digging for the turrets. I want the hangar doors to be visible. Back around. Dig straight up. Something you don't do Minecraft. Don't dig straight up. You can do it here. I'm trying my hardest to overestimate how much space I need. Better to have more than, you know, more space than you need than not enough. We might be going through all of our charges. We're gonna have to probably make a bunch more. Slightly glad that there's so much dirt. This is a lot faster. Stone takes forever to get through, at least by hand, even with a tier 2 mining drill. Okay. I think it's high enough. I think. Open. Do this. Why are you not drilling with the driller? Mostly because I need flat ground, and the mining drill, the mining hovercraft is not good at making flat ground. We'd have a flat ground that was all pockmarked. So I'm doing it by hand. We're going to be using it once we get the hangar placed. Once we get the hangar placed, then definitely we're going to be using the mining the mining hovercraft to dig it out. That's where the hangar is going to be, right there. Why don't you drill with the driller and flatten it afterwards? Because we tried drilling it out before, and we had to resort to that because it would over drill, and it's a lot harder to flatten up than down. Because I'll get these like this one vertice, this little pyramid shaped divot every once in a while, and trying to refill that in is a pain in the ass. Absolute pain in the ass. It's pretty much ready for us to put the hangar in, so there we go. That looks deep enough to me. And it's nice and flat. Nice and flat. No holes. No hills. Once we get the hangar placed, then what we'll do is we'll figure out if we're going to widen the entrance a little bit more, so that we could possibly put a landing zone for our CV, for a transport ship over there. I tried out the Fox today. I thought it was a good ship. Yeah, it's a decent ship for what it is. I mean, for a very, very small ship, it's very decent. A fairly decent design. It can take some punishment. It can't like sit in the middle of a sustained fire, but it's fast enough to avoid most of it. We're waiting on all this, which I'm actually gonna probably tell it to stop. There we go. Make all my... We need 10,000 stone dust. We need 10,000 stone dust. I still have to make the bigger brother to the fox. Probably the wolf. That's probably what I call it, the wolf. It'll be a combat steel combat SV, which is gonna be fast, and it's gonna probably have two modes: travel mode and also combat mode, where you flip a switch and it turns on larger engines on the top, bottom, and the sides that allow you to go around really, really fast. Or I might just go jet fighter style, where the heavy engines are all on the back, where you have to turn it, and kind of like the Vipers from Battlestar Galactica. Both are good options. I can either do kind of like Harrier style or Viper style. One more and we're halfway through. after this, we're going to be going and parking ourselves. Park all of our stuff inside of the new hangar. That real quick. But that's why I do this, is so that I can find out where the weaknesses are, and one of the best ways to do that is crank it up to the hardest difficulty. Add some additional rules for yourself and then test them in that environment, rather than just building it in creative and testing it there. You don't get a full sense of where the problems are. Like, I know for a fact that having a giant square on the bottom for smaller ships, like we learned in that transport, is a problem. It becomes very difficult to dock anything to it when you're constantly having to line up. So making a smaller area for these smaller hovercraft to dock to is a lot easier. Also, having it to where there's a door on the side, so you can easily access the cockpit rather than the hole on the top like we have on that one. So that's one thing we've learned. So that's what the next CV is going to be testing. Is we've made alcoves for the smaller ships with a door on the side, and see if that's making it easier. I use it as a search ship. Yeah. But every CV we make makes our future designs a lot better. And it also means that when we eventually do make the actual endgame ship, it will be as fuel efficient as we can get it for being a ship that size, and also easy to maneuver around and easy to, and the layout it makes sense. At least for my playstyle. Like, one of the first things I want to be able to get access to when I dock any vehicle is to be able to get to the storage area, be able to drop fuel off if I have any, and if I need to, and also get to the cockpit and be able to get food made or dropped off. So having an armory right near the front entrance is probably not going to be something I'm going to want to do. That light transport is close, but but we need a bigger ship to be able to justify putting a gravity generator on it, because that thing is just way too small to put a gravity generator on. We need something a lot larger. And also probably on our end game TV, we're probably going to put maybe like probably at most 3 3x3 plots for farming. So we'll have like 3 of them down the center of the ship, somewhere down the center of the ship. Just so that when we're far away, we still have food growing. That way we don't have to go home. But still, the majority of my materials are still going to be on surface base. However that surface base looks is still up for debate. But I can't think of any way to improve these things. For what they do, can't think of anything other than just making it bigger. I know you don't have to keep food in the fridge. You can use a food processor. Yeah, The fridge is just less expensive power-wise. That's why. The fridge requires less power to keep food from spoiling. The food processor requires more power. But yes, if you're looking for, if you don't want to put a fridge on there, you can just use the food processor. I've also learned that on the survival constructor, if you don't remove food from the output, it will never spoil. So you can make a whole bunch of the energy bars and just not remove them and just eat them as you need them. It will never spoil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Okay. 1,000 more. No, 2,000 more. We're good. Okay, one more stack. One more stack and we're good. And then we just have to wait for it to make all the neodymium, well, 50 ingots, and then we can spawn this thing and we can start working on the underground base. There you go. We don't need that, man. We can tell it to stop now. Nice. For PM for you if you have the time. Oh, no problem. On that. We're just kind of waiting on ingots right now. So let's check this out. Let's see what this looked like. Oh, nice. Wow, that thing looks menacing, don't it? I like the nose, man. The nose looks pretty sweet. Looks pretty mean looking. Oh yeah. That's a lot of guns you got on there, man. A lot of guns. You know what? I'm gonna need to set something up here. Give me a second. Let's set something up. I need to do like a window capture here. That way, when you guys are sharing me stuff, I can. The rest of you can see what I see. Internet. I'll minus that one out. Yes, I would like to remove that. Let's do a monitor capture. Yeah, display capture. Great. And display one. Hey, look! Hi. In the night, you ever have the feeling he is watching you? Watching. Such watching. Much watching. Okay. We could do something like this. Kind of like a window within window kind of a deal. Yeah. Let's also make sure I don't cover anything up. All the way down to the bottom here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So this is the design he was showing me. That looks mean. Love that. That I love. That looks cool. It looks nearly invisible at night. And that's probably what you were going for. You're going for nearly invisible design. There we go. Going for the you can't see me in the darkness kind of a look. You almost want to make a base that's kind of that kind of hides it during the day. Almost like you could almost dig it out and dig a kind of like a tunnel and kind of store it in there when it's daytime on a PvP server, and then when it becomes nighttime, you pull that thing out. Okay, we're good. All the ingots we need. Start production. Blueprint successful. We'll drop off our new hangar. Our armor's heavy. Heavy armor. That's not a cheap version like your ships. Yeah. I'm quite sure it's like combat steel. Like solid combat steel. Tons of engines on it. Yeah. Just to keep that thing in the air. I bet. That's the difference in between being on a server where people are able to attack you and being single player. You couldn't do cheap. It would be very difficult to do a cheap design on a server when you're potentially could end up having all of your work gone. Yeah. Game, please. We're gonna have to back up a little bit here. Get this thing lined up just right. This is the difficult part when it comes to laying these things in. Okay, there we go. Make sure this is nice and underground. I think we are good right there. Nice. Now we just have to dig it out. Pure worship, no mercy. Exactly. When it comes to PvP, that's pretty much the rule, I feel. That you want to make a ship that can deal out punishment, survive long enough to destroy who you're up against. Yeah. Let's go get ourselves our mining hovercraft. Try to dig out most of it. Then we'll have to go through with a hand drill and get the corners dealt with. There we go. There we go. Ink. Turn on main power.
Affirmative.
How are we doing on power? On fuel, we need fuel. Go over to send this over to our capital ship and grab the fuel that we have on board. So we don't run out of fuel while we're trying to dig this out. Yeah. Boom bang pow. Boom bang pow. Gotcha. Ish. Drone's on the way. Don't care. The ship is replacing my warship. I think probably, maybe circumstances, maybe possibly circumstances. Also, maybe. Something real quick. Oh, that's right. Also, my fuel's in here. Don't question it. Yes, I have fuel in with my food. I like a little bit of flavor when I'm eating my food. Radiation. Yum. Like that, sir, makes no sense. Yeah, I know. I don't have fuel storage, designated fuel storage on my CV, so it's kind of like, oh well. Take this out here. We can dig this out a little bit here. Probably didn't make this hole big enough, but at least we're not gonna digging down, I guess. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a big hangar door. Big hangar door. Okay. Get all the way to the door. Yeah. Remove all that. Please switch to the right drilling mode. Yeah, you can sit and spin. Yep. Yeah, okay. I was not anywhere even close to the right size. Whatever. You live and learn. I thought I was overestimating. I wasn't overestimating enough. But yeah, the hangar is about 8 hangar bays. So, and it also has 4 doors and a repair bay in the back. It's a tier 1 repair bay, but it's got a repair bay in it. And quite a bit of storage. This should make it a lot easier. Once we get to the front door, then the ramp, and we'll flatten it from there. The important part was that I wanted this thing to be deep enough to where we can expand around the hangar, have enough room for it. Did you finish? Nope, I didn't finish the fortress yet. We found it. Well, at least I thought was the fortress. Apparently, it's called an unknown artifact, and it's a floating diamond-shaped structure. But it's got 6 levels It's about 4 spawners per level. Pretty messed up place. And it's floating over a lava pool, so yeah, that's good. That's gonna be wonderful. Trying to get into that thing is gonna be interesting. We'd have to pretty much land ourselves immediately and try to immediately jump on board. I can figure out how to... We might be able to get on board if we hover the CV nearby. We just have to hover in such a fashion to where we can run back and heal ourselves. That's what's going to make it the hardest, is trying to assault the thing while still having the ability to heal ourselves when we need to. Gotta try and dig out the miniguns on either side. Got 2 miniguns. Figure out how to dig out. Oh yeah, that's big. It's a big door. That's a very big door. I got a feeling I'm probably gonna have to dig out some of this off stream just to kind of fully dig this thing out. It's gonna be a long process. It's gonna be definitely worth it though. I'm probably gonna do this real quick. Access the base. Ball. There we go. Power on. It'll help light up the place a little bit more. These are going to be very useful. Those turrets right there. Got the miniguns that are right behind these walls, though. They're on the outside. Fill up the move that out a little bit. because we gotta be able to fit our Atlas tank, which we haven't made yet. We haven't made the Atlas tank yet. Tiny lip. There. Front door. If it's like 3 blocks in on either side, then we get to the first bay. Base has power. How the base is, how the hangar is designed is where it's an open top, so it's not airtight. So it's not like we can hold an atmosphere in here. Nor did I want to because of the size of this hangar, but it's going to show the rock above it. It'll have these angled parts that look like supports, to where it looks like it's holding up the mountain or the ground or the rock face. Probably going to start out with the walls first. Currently digging out Bay 1. Seven more to go. 7 more bays to go. Each bay is 5 blocks wide. Abouts. And at the very back is the repair bay. Spotlights are working. Nice. Go dig up the other side. Probably save the center for last. I think we've probably hit the limit when it comes to underground bases. This complex is going to be huge. I mean, this is just one piece of it. Anything bigger than this, then you're gonna just be spending forever digging it out. There's the back wall. Head back another bay over on this side. And we'll just kind of back and forth it. Some say I'm crazy, but who's crazy now? See ya. Thanks for hanging out, Alcaton. Have a good day. There we go. There's the door to the other areas here. What we'll be doing for getting from other rooms is we're going to hand drill. We're gonna hand drill a tunnel and then spawn. We'll spawn it from there. I'm thinking probably the first one we're gonna make is probably gonna be we'll probably do the armory first. Spawn that one in. Probably the living quarters will be the last one we make. Mostly because we've already got like 2 beds that we can go to. Go. Over here. This will mean we have half of the bays cleared out. This is probably one of the major reasons why so many people probably don't do underground bases. It's because of the tremendous amount of work you have to do digging it out. Probably one of the biggest reasons. Which I guess is the real question. It's like, how defensible do you want your base? That, and also there seems to be issues on multiplayer servers between people hanging out near your base, having it spawned in, and being too close to another point of interest where they're able to shoot your core on your underground base. Effectively destroying it. Not too much of an issue on a single player game, but I can see that being extremely frustrating. on a multiplayer server, especially if, you know, you've designed it to be extremely hard to attack conventionally. Okay, there's another hangar. Okay, get to number 5 here. I'm pretty excited to see this thing finished, though. Can't wait to see this completely dug out and to actually see it underground. I almost want to build a spaceport. I mean, I almost want to build a location where I could have a designated spot to land SVs. So I could land my spacecraft. Or at least a designated area to land both SVs and CVs. Even have all the hangars numbered. Even went that far. Number all the hangars. Nice that the spotlights work even through the terrain. Which is not. I've also got a six farm plots, a 3x2, and each plot being 3x3. That's pretty much the number I go with, is 3x3 plots, and I've got 6 of them underground. That's another section of this large base I need to make. A giant farm, underground farm. That's going to be the difficult part is those different rooms, because I have to do them by hand. I have to do them by hand because they're because they have doors. They're airtight. That's gonna be a long process. At the abandoned factory, we're gonna have to go and clear out eventually, but not until I get an HV that can handle it. I can actually get inside safely. Get inside, attack, and get back out. It's not a good design unless it helps us go in and survive the encounters. Post that one more month. Hey Tom.
Take it easy.
Hey.
Take it easy.
Oh snap, one more month potion.
Hey Tom. Yeah, 5 months in a row. How you doing, Tom? Tom Foolery, also a great streamer. He does survival games too. He's been playing a lot of The Long Dark. I'm quite sure you know that they had to delay the release of episode 3 due to issues. Looks like it's a base. Yeah. Starting to look like a base. Okay, we're at the back here. This is where the repair bay is. But I'm hoping that episode 3 is not delayed that much. And also, Tom, I don't know if you tried it yet. Wrong copy of the translator. And fun is dead. I don't know if you know this, but I found a game called Scum. I don't know if you know of Scum, but it's probably the most difficult survival game I've ever come across. Even harder than The Long Dark, which who thought that would be possible? It's yeah, the game is pretty insane, pretty nuts. Goes as far as tracking things like not only calorie count but also vitamins, minerals. You can have a zinc or an iron deficiency if you're not too careful. Dealing with things like having to deal with things like going to the bathroom, managing waste, stuff like that. It's great. It's insane. And it comes in 3 flavors. Multiplayer, which it plays a lot like a battle royale DayZ kind of environment, but there's also co-op and single player. And I've been trying to play single player in my free time. I do plan on playing it on stream on Saturday, but man, oh my god. That game though. It's nuts. Okay. Completely underground. Tom has been playing a lot of survival simulator games also. I think the last thing he played was Elite Dangerous. Might be getting my fingers messed up. Might be. 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 It is early in the morning for me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Empyrion is the one that plays survival games. Tom is the one that does simulator games. Still. Yeah. I swear to God. My brain works. I swear to God it does. Voice tech doesn't support work for me? No. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Get my screamers messed up. Embarrassing as hell. Blah 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 blah. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I'm fine, I'm good. I swear to God. Oh God. My life. My life. My craziness. My crazy life. La 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 la. Bee-ba-ba-dee-bo. Almost there. Almost there. Finish. Like the full circle, please. There we go. Okay, we're good. We good. Really? Really? Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we got the repair bay. We got the docking bays done. Just need to clear out the center here. Then we have to dig up, which is going to be an interesting experience. Okay. We gotta eat though. I'll just drive this thing over. Oh, it's daytime. How about that? And food. Okay. Oh. Okay. So what are we missing for the Hulk? Okay, 7,000. We don't have that. We don't have level 25. Yeah. We got enough for that and that. Got the shell back, which we could make. I'll probably wait until I have a hangar bay to put it in first. There we go. Now I can see the progress bar. Ugh. There we go. That will help top us off. Okay, let's see here. There's like a whole bunch of things we are having constructed down here. Oh, the remainder of that. Let's just have that run, don't we? Just turn everything into ingots. Okay. That's going to turn all of our stone into... Yeah, we're not going to do... Let that run. Just pick the base, the wall, go. Wall, go. Took us an entire fuel tank to dig this thing out. We only got the bottom half. La 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 la. Yeah, I wanted to make an underground base, and what did I do? I went with the biggest possible option available. Like, what have I done to myself? What absolute pain have I caused? Almost there. Almost there. Ah. Come on. Come on. Do 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 do. Dig up. Which, for the sake of time, not gonna do right now. Should really think about the front entrance a little bit more. I gotta get those minigun turrets beamed out. That way they will be functional. The core is kind of out in the open. I forgot to move it somewhere a little bit more hidden, but they'll be fine. If they can get this far in, it means that my defenses are pretty bad. Got like the last bit here. There we go. Okay. I just gotta dig up. That in itself is gonna be difficult. I won't do right now. Do that later on tonight. Whoa! What'd you hit? Well, there we go. Let's do this then. Go over to here. We're going to dig out this way. Get the turrets unearthed. We're gonna have to dig them out in such a fashion to where they can Defend the front entrance in case a drone happens to come flying above. I'll have to go in there on foot. Also flatten it out a little bit. Okay. There we go. Turn off main power.
As you wish.
Flatten terrain. Yeah, it only flattens down. Yeah, it won't fill that in. I have to actually use the filler. Fill it higher than I need it, and then flatten it from there. Now flatten it out. There we go. Better. Ground drill, go into here, dig it out. You gotta dig it out in such a fashion to where it can shoot up at targets that happen to park itself right in front of the hangar. They're also retractable, which is I might spicy here. Ungroup. They're ungrouped, isn't it? Let's group them then. Guns. Turn it off. Give us an easier time at actually digging this thing out. Not fighting it. Do do do. Do do do. Okay. Going up. Going up. That's also why I don't like using the filler tool. Makes it look like there's iron ore there. Kind of annoying. Alright. Okay, guns in place. Just have to dig out all that. I'm digging a straight line here. Oh, I'm getting low on food here. Take care of that. Turn on main power.
Acknowledged.
La, 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 la. Okay. You know what? There we go. Much quicker. Go over here. There. Okay, we're good. Okay. Looking good here. Reload. Almost there. We're gonna have to make more drill charges. We are very much really empty here. Flatten it out a bit more. In and out. Simply easily. Okay. Kind of getting on autopilot. I'm trying to take myself off autopilot. It's just like, oh, God. You know those games that you just kind of find yourself doing something mundane and mind just kind of wanders? This is kind of what happens with this. Are we not going down? No. Okay. Point it has to flatten out completely. Probably in this direction. Probably go towards the mountain base here. The medium base. That was weird. Go here. Flatten it out this way. See if we can even out the two. Gonna make a nice flat surface to move around in. You can get in and out of this base quickly. Oh, right this way. Oh yeah, that was pretty spot on, actually. Okay. Hi there. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh god. Wow. This is a lot bigger than I was expecting. I was expecting big, but not this. Holy moly. We're gonna have to widen that a little bit more, but that's a big door. That is the biggest door you can make. Well, in one block, you know, one structure. You can combine the two to make a 14 by 14. You can make a 14 by 14 hangar door. Either, you know, open that way or open that way. Good thing I didn't go for much larger, because if I would have gone any bigger, that would be kind of crazy, actually. Yeah. So what I gotta do tonight is I gotta dig out that side. I gotta dig out that side. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Just so that I don't just turn this too much into a digging stream, I'm gonna call it here. Call it a day. We were able to finally get this hangar made. We were able to finally find a proper lava planet. And now we just have to go and get the base made, and we also have to start saving up for the larger CV, and then fly it around to all the planets and see what difficulties that one has. Because turn off main power.
Engaging.
Because this, I'm gonna show you. There's this there's a CV that I've built that is going to be what we're building next, and it's got six small hovercraft that act as deployable turrets, and we're also playing around with the I've designed a hovercraft that docks in the front to make it look like it's a part of the front of the ship, and that it can detach itself and go and explore. It's the first iteration of it. It's not 100%. Probably need to make a better version of it later on down the road, once we've tested this thing and see if it's even worth having that functionality in it. The idea was that on poisonous planets, heavily irradiated planets, we have the ability to kind of like have a detachable, larger vehicle. Not that. Mode. This is the vehicle in question. This thing. We gotta build this thing. We gotta gather the materials for this thing. That's gonna be a long process. This is the vehicle. That's the hovercraft. Shellback. And I got the insides made. This thing is much bigger than our light transport. Also warp capable. Got 2 of the large engines on the back and 4 on each of the legs. And it's got an artillery gun on the front. So, and these are the docking areas, the improved docking areas. Right here. They have one that docks here, another that docks there. It's got a door, which allows you to dock to each and every one of them. And these are the deployable turrets, which I've already built and saved. 2 of them are rocket turrets. And the idea is that when this thing lands, which if we're somewhere where we're going to stay for a while, we can deploy these things around our vehicle and defend ourselves against things that attack us, like drones and all that. It can already defend itself pretty well. Got miniguns on each legs and sentry turrets on each of the legs. But I won't know for sure if it's going to work until we actually build the thing and start using it. But yeah, this is what we're currently digging out. This is what we're currently digging out right now. And then these are the different modules that we have to spawn in around this thing. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. But we're at least getting to the point where I'm feeling more and more comfortable about making a large TV for hardcore, which will primarily mostly stay in orbit. Probably going to be one of those kind of ships, which rarely lands. This is a vehicle that lands and, you know, take off and land a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm tired. Well, I still have to go to work. I gotta still go to work. But I hope you all have a good day. I'll see y'all later. See y'all tomorrow. I got a lot of work I gotta do today. I got a lot of digging out I gotta do. I'll see y'all later. You have a good day. Stay alive out there. Don't drop a drink. Bye.